Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of KPI land, welcome to KPI Pro Tip episode number 4, where I have my cup of tea to make sure there will be no choking fits. And this one's for Ronsley. Ronsley's asking the question about whether or not it's a good idea to bring on an equity partner. Ronsley's reasoning is that it would allow him to focus on the creative big picture strategy, content creation, that kind of thing, while someone else is handling the operations. Now, I think it's a great idea, but there's a couple of strings attached to it being a great idea. The reason it's a great idea is that the more people that you can have that are financially invested in your success, the better. We've got multiple shareholders in KPI, and the idea is the more that you have, the more people are pushing towards the same goal. The more successful we become, the more successful they become. They open doors, they bring more opportunity at that strategic level, and they also work in the business. Problem though, the moment, Ronsley, especially in the early stages, the moment that you write, or the moment the ink dries, and this person is now an equity stakeholder, they can stop work entirely. They can resign as an employee, and they still own those shares, and they are still entitled to all of the benefits of those shares. Essentially, they can become a moocher. Now, you might think, oh, well, they are not going to do that, but the problem is that they can. So you don't want to devalue your shares by giving them away. And by giving them away, I'm talking about providing something without anything tangible in return. So what tangible in return looks like is either cash up front, so they actually pay for the shares, so you put that value on them, and I would know the value of the package of shares you're thinking of this person ending up having anyway, at least in your mind, based on your business plan and growth. They can either pay for those shares based on the current valuation now. Even if the valuation isn't high, the fact that they're putting money in their pocket suggests that there's a bit of that buy-in there. Even that I'm not super sold on. The other way to do it is salary sacrificing, where they can chip away and continue to buy equity or potentially buy options in equity or over equity over time. The way I'd be thinking about it though, Ronsley, is a tiered release of equity from you to them based on them hitting KPIs. I don't mean going out and punching our community in the face. No, I mean hitting key performance indicators. So again, this is probably over 18 months, 3 years. If this person proves themselves to be a rainmaker, proves themselves to be able to allow you to scale in the way that they are promising, then brilliant. Prove it. Put the results in the can, and as soon as you've got results in the can, the result of equity will be unlocked. I think that's the way to go about it. Now, the other thing that you've got to consider is that when it comes to negotiating equity, equity only has value if the thing's going north. If you want to build a couple of $1 million lifestyle business, the equity has no value other than potentially its dividend yield. So you've got to make sure that dividend yield is going to be enough to cover the wants of an investor. If an investor's looking for equity growth, then you've got to see the business going north past 10, past 20, and so on. So if you're thinking about building a performance business, equity certainly has value so long as you've got a clear plan for how you're going to do it. If you're not looking at building a performance business, then equity has a lot less value, and potentially your ability to be able to communicate that to the person that's coming on and help them and renegotiate the value they can get out of it in different ways may be the way to go, allowing you to retain 100%. As a lifestyle business, retaining 100% much better option, unless there's maybe 2 of you. If it's going long term, then I definitely think getting the right stakeholders on board early is a good way to go. There are my thoughts, Ronsley. Hope you enjoyed those. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a question, just put it in the comment box below. Happy to answer anything you got. Cheers. And stop.